Having worked in the retirement planning field for 40 years, I know it's not just about how much money you've saved for retirement, but making sure you one day don't run out of money. That's where mailbox money comes in.
Mailbox money!
A reliable, lifelong income, much like the pension plans from the past. If you're interested in turning your 401k into mailbox money, let's talk. Just set up your free 10-minute phone call with myself at TonyWalkerFinancial.com. That's TonyWalkerFinancial.com.
Your power's out. What do? Absolutely nothing. If you have a generator. With a whole home generator, your life goes on uninterrupted, so you'll never have to worry about power failures again.
Call Brian.com.
On Christmas Eve, Santa finds clean, delivering toys for all to see. Beware of the Grinch with his evil grin, laughing wickedly as he speeds right in. If a Grinch in a delivery truck wrecks your holiday plans, call the Hammer. Just ask Santa, he's the man. WeWin.com, but no, WeWin.com. Merry Christmas to all.
I have always been a big news junkie, always looking for news instead of finding it on social media. That is why I use the WDRB News app. It's all the information right from your backyard. It's Louisville, it's Southern Indiana. It's also a lot of national news. So no more sifting, no more searching. It's all right here on the app.
Start your day with Candace Clift on WDRB Mornings. Local news, weather, and traffic each weekday morning starting bright and early from 5 a.m. until 10.
On this episode of Crossroads, urban and bluegrass collide in the capital city. Watch the life flow through Frankfort, Kentucky.
Enough talking, let's sip.
With a swig at Buffalo Trace.
How much candy's going out of here a day?
A bite at Rebecca Ruth Candy.
Welcome aboard.
And a float down the river.
This is our premium bourbon tasting tour.
That's all right here, where our state blazed its trail. Watch this episode on WDRB+.
Everybody, a 1950s staple is making a strange comeback on social media. The appeal of the retro dish that has a lot of people saying, yuck.
I mean, wait till you hear it. And it's entertaining season. Kroger is going to be here to help us assemble a charcuterie board and show us how to pair wines and cheeses.
Okay, and Jude's giving us an update on the rain. He is outside checking things out this morning. A full-service weatherman, we say it all the time. Some people shy away from the rain. Not this
afraid.
guy.
I love it. And I want some honey and jams on that charcuterie board. I am a big meat and cheese and honey and jam guy, laid out on the board all nice and fancy. I can't wait to see it. I'm not being sarcastic. Sometimes I'm a little snarky, but I am full game on this. Rain's coming back. There's a line of storms out here in southern Illinois. That's going to be about 1 to 2 hours worth of heavy rain, lightning, maybe some wind to 25 and 30 miles per hour, and potentially some small hail. But we're sitting on Easy Street right now for almost all of us, with the exception of Jennings and Jackson and Lawrence County. We're going to continue to watch these showers pump out. So far, not much lightning up there, but it is definitely on the way, moving at nearly 50 miles per hour. This is going to come in with almost 100% coverage. It's cold, but not cold enough to where we had to worry about ice or snow today. When it started, we were in the upper 30s to around 40. We've managed to take the temperatures up a few degrees into the mid 40s. We're going to discuss any severe weather chances. There is one zone, one particular location where an isolated severe storm can't be ruled out. And then I also want to spend some extra time looking ahead to a better chance for rain and storms later on this week and how much lingers into the weekend. And I want to save a little time so we can check out those charcuterie boards later on.
New this morning, a Shively police officer was hit by a car. This happened at Dixie Highway in Millers Lane around 3:30 a.m. Police say the officer was hit while helping another driver. The officer was taken to the hospital, treated for injuries, and has since been released. The driver who hit the officer remained at the scene. No charges are expected. JCPS leaders say the district is considering adding a new tax while also making cuts to correct the district's budget shortfall.
A task force met last night to discuss future tax options. The district has maxed out many taxes under its control. It is considering adding a utility tax, which is a percentage added onto electric, phone, water, and similar bills. JCPS could also increase property taxes or add a nickel tax, which would be dedicated to facility improvements. 5,000 voter signatures would put it on the ballot.
Superintendent Dr. Brian Yearwood says $132 million in cuts will be coming after a line-by-line review of the district's budget. Dr. Yearwood says the cuts mostly will come from restructuring contracts, eliminating central office jobs, and changing district structure to eliminate duplicate work. He's also looking at closing schools that have low enrollment.
We are paying more for schools because of their size, especially smaller sizes. We have to make those corrections.
He says reductions could also include fewer contract days for administrative roles. Yearwood is also changing the district's budget and staffing process and its quarterly public financial reporting. He plans stronger contract oversight and a return on investment review for any agreement over $100,000. On January 20th, JCPS will present its full budget and the justification for the cuts.
Happening today, JCPS board members will discuss redrawing the boundary lines for Echo Trail Middle School. The district says the school's overcrowded and will be about 30% over capacity next year unless changes are made. JCPS wants to move students who live north of I-64 and west of Valhalla Golf Club to Crosby Middle. Crosby's 8 miles away, but only 3/4 full. Some parents are upset about possible boundary changes. It was set to be voted on tonight without discussion at the board meeting, but that has since changed.
Historically, these have happened on consent. We're pulling it down because there's been more focus on it here lately, and we just want to have a healthier discussion about it to let folks know that we have considered all possible angles.
If approved, the boundary change would be in place for next year. Current Echo Trail students could stay through 8th grade. The board meeting starts at 6 tonight at the Van Hoos Education Center.
Indiana's governor is responding to President Trump calling out state lawmakers for not redrawing that state's congressional map. Governor Mike Braun said he talked to President Trump yesterday by phone. Braun told the president that he remains committed to taking up redistricting. The governor had to scrap a special session after Senate leaders said on Friday they didn't have the votes to pass the redistricting. Braun says the Indiana Senate is hiding by refusing to have an open discussion on redrawing these maps. The ACLU calls the redistricting effort a power grab that was designed to weaken representation in black communities. One of the state senators President Trump called out became the victim of swatting. Greg Good of Terre Haute says Vigo County deputies responded to his home Sunday night under the impression they were responding to a domestic violence emergency. He and his family are safe. Governor Braun says targeting elected officials like this has no place in Indiana, and that investigators are working to figure out who's responsible.
An Indiana homeowner is now charged in the shooting death of a woman who was killed when she showed up at the wrong house for work. She worked for a cleaning service. Prosecutors charged 62-year-old Kurt Anderson with voluntary manslaughter. He's accused of shooting and killing Maria Perez earlier this month when she showed up at his door in Whitestown, Indiana, just north of Indy. Investigators say Perez was with her husband when they went to Anderson's house. They both worked for the same cleaning service. The case is now raising questions about the limits of stand your ground laws. Indiana and Kentucky are among the 31 states that allow homeowners to use deadly force to stop intruders. Police say there's no evidence in this case that Perez entered the home before she was shot.
2 men were arrested after a Kentucky State Police pilot was hurt during a search for a missing child. Jason McKee and Donald Boone are accused of shining a laser into the cockpit. Happened while KSP was searching for an 11-year-old in Robertson County, about an hour northeast of Lexington. Both men are facing wanton endangerment charges. McKee is also facing charges for firing a handgun toward the helicopter. The FBI could also file charges.
Now at 9, a main ramp off the Kennedy Bridge is set to close. The I-65 South and I-64 West ramp will remain closed through December 15th. During the closure, crews will continue work on the southernmost expansion joint on the right side of the bridge and will prepare for the next phase of construction. Drivers should plan to detour by continuing on I-65 South to I-264 West to reconnect with I-64.
All right, when you think of Jell-O, flavors like strawberry or orange come to mind. But some savory gelatin dishes are making a revival on social media. Think collagen-rich jelly creations with meat, olives, and tomato, often served with mustard and crackers. Savory aspics made from meat stock are also returning to fine dining menus. Aspic was popular in the 1950s, but fell out of fashion by the 70s. A food blogger told Fox News Digital the savory Jell-Os coincide with the revival of bone broth and beef tallow.
You know what this makes me think of?
Vomit.
Huh?
Vomit.
Well, yes, actually. She mentioned this yesterday in the newsroom. I said, I'm getting that tight feeling in my jaw, like right before you throw up. It makes me think of the woman who shows up in Christmas Vacation with like the dog or the cat food sprinkled on the Jell-O.
Yes.
And the mold.
Truly.
The Jell-O
Nice
mold.
gelatin mold.
My grandmother called Jell-O nervous pudding.
Right? Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. I mean, can you think of anything more, as an American, a meat Jell-O?
So the meat is like in a Jell-O?
Yes, so you do like meat and vegetables, and then you do like the gelatin around it, and kind
With a
of
broth?
like with the broth.
So it's flavored gelatin.
Yeah.
But
Cherry
So, like-
Jell-O with beef broth.
Not cherry, but like, you know, this is
meat
like,
and potatoes.
you know, some health, people really into health. You know, there's no seed oils involved, but like a nice beef tallow, good for the collagen.
What's beef tallow? Pardon my
Steak and
ignorance.
Shake uses it in the
It's
fries.
like
That's the only thing I know.
Fat.
Flavor?
It's
Oh,
like the
okay.
fat they use
So
to
good
cook the
flavor.
fries
Yeah,
in,
okay.
and yeah, I know.
I mean, it may taste
Unappetizing.
good, but like there are certain things you eat with your eyes.
Right.
That's the problem.
I was reading this article about the meat Jell-O because I went down the rabbit hole yesterday, and it's really like the texture for Americans like crunchy. We like, you know, like we don't like that jelly consistency, but it's very popular in other
Brits like it?
cultures. In Milan, it's very
Really?
popular.
Wow.
I know.
Maybe a substitute for the cranberry sauce
Perhaps.
for
I mean-
Thanksgiving.
We're not Milan, and I don't want to be in
I
Milan.
know.
I want to
No
be here and
thanks on
have
the
some
old-
fried chicken and mashed potatoes. How's that?
The old
gelatin.
aspic.
Have it all
But like
put
in
together.
the 50s, like, you know, people's grandmothers maybe served this,
Yeah.
and I don't know, not for me, but it's big on the talk these days.
You know, if you serve a beef gelatin, please,
Send us a
please
photo.
send us an
Would like to
email
see
and
that.
a
Yeah.
photo and tell us about it.
It's a good story you put together, Lindsay.
Well,
It's
Compelling
nice
and
research.
rich. Yes.
compelling and rich.
Here's some proof that living the old influencer life might not be easy on your bank account. See, the influencers get stuff for free, but the rest of us have to go pay for it. A TikToker decided she'd get her hair done at a salon that the influencers use. She's not an influencer, and it cost her $4,000 to have her hair done, including extensions, which we know are pricey. The salon website said that the pricing started at $1,500 for extensions. A lot of people commented that that's the price of a vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you know when the extensions are $1,500? Like, you kind of know what you're getting into, right? I don't really feel sorry for her.
Have you guys ever done extensions?
No, because they're too doggone expensive, and who wants to take care of that? I
Well,
just want low maintenance everything.
To me, extensions kind of look fake. You know, like it
I
doesn't
can't
really.
tell. I mean,
Really?
unless it's like down there, like there's times we're watching a show.
I see
and
why some
Lauren's like,
people do
that.
it.
Those are extensions. That's not
Well,
real hair.
that's
And
not real.
Some
I'm just
folks
a
have
dumb
really
guy.
thin hair, and I get why they have extensions because
Sure.
it gives some volume, you know, but then they grow out and you have to maintain them, and you can use them again, but they're really expensive. It's a long process. And
A lot of times, too, people will have short hair one day, long hair the
Long hair
next,
the
and
next.
expect you not to say anything.
know.
It's like, well, something has happened here.
Can we all agree, though, that the influencer beauty game, I mean, is just, I open any social media app and it's like just
Come with
Botox
me.
and come with me to do, you know,
Dermaplaning.
red dot therapy, or I don't even know.
And the thing is, who has the money to do it? That's the derma
That
plan.
is the derma
But
plan.
who has the money to do all that? They get to do it for free, but they're trying to get the rest of us to go pay for it. I'm not doing that.
I mean, it is a.
I mean, this is what you get.
It'll take all your money.
Yeah.
That beauty industry.
It's just going to get old. It's okay. I'm okay with it.
An NFL player broke out his acting skills on Monday Night Football.
We'll show you the play that had teammates laughing on the sidelines.
Oh, it was dramatic to say the least. Plus, lawmakers in Congress will vote on releasing the Epstein files today. The powerful people already being outed for communicating with Epstein.
You've probably heard about the new tax bill passed by Congress and the president, but do you know how it will affect you? The new bill changes how overtime and tips are taxed, makes several tax cuts permanent, and adds a new deduction for people age 65 and older. With all these changes, there may be no better time than now to reevaluate your financial strategy. Call today to get a better understanding of how the new legislation may impact you and what you can do about it.
Enjoy an old-fashioned Bardstown Christmas in the North Pole of Kentucky. From Light Up Bardstown to the North Pole Express, holiday cheer fills the air all season long. Live music, parades, candlelit tours, and special holiday events. Don't miss the magic. Go to visitbardstown.com.
Have the ladies and gentlemen of the jury reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor. In this matter before the court, we find for the plaintiff.
The court is now adjourned.
There's a lot that matters in the practice of law, but the only thing that truly matters is winning. Every single staff member at Winton & Houston Law Group, from the person that takes your call to the attorney that handles your case, is dedicated to winning for you.
Visit us at LouisvilleLawOffice.com. Winton and East End.
Real lawyers, no gimmicks.
Find freedom on the road at Swope Motorsports, your premier European motorcycle shop, in the trendy Nulu neighborhood in the heart of downtown Louisville.
For a limited time, qualified first-time buyers with limited credit can purchase a new unregistered KTM motorcycle through the Freedom Road First Time Buyer Program.
From the beginner rider to the seasoned professional, we're here for every level of enthusiast. Swope Motorsports in Nulu, your trusted one-stop shop for everything European motorsports. Swope, the only name you need.
When the power goes out, Corrigan Electric keeps you on. Install a whole home generator today. Trusted professionals, efficient service, and priceless peace of mind. You know it's a Corrigan. Give us a call. Your electrician.
As a mom and news anchor, life moves fast. That's why I like the WDRB News app. I don't really have time to stop and scroll, so that's why I like the push notifications. Everything from breaking news to traffic alerts, it's all on my home screen. Just a quick glance, and I'm up to speed.
Start your day with Lindsay Allen on WDRB Mornings. Local news, weather, and traffic each weekday morning, starting bright and early from 5 a.m. until 10.
I've had a friend that was older than me, my dad, but he's not around anymore. And it's really nice to have Anthony to hang out with because he's like a second father figure.
I like to try to get to know him more deeply and to try to give him advice.
Even though I've been with Anthony for a short amount of time, I've learned a lot of things like being kind.
I want to have a community that is safe for my kids, so we do that through building relationships.
Your donation, no matter how small, makes a big difference.
The U.S. House expected to vote today to release the Jeffrey Epstein files.
Doug Luzader details how lawmakers are preparing for what may come once the files are released.
Jeffrey Epstein's orbit included a number of powerful people here in Washington and beyond, and many of them may be preparing for what's about to come. At Capitol Hill, bracing for the start of an earthquake or perhaps something far less.
It's a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax.
To count President Trump as a skeptic on Jeffrey Epstein, the once high-flying financier who was accused of sex trafficking before he later killed himself in jail, according to authorities. The president once urged Congress to steer clear. Now he's all in, backing what's expected to be a bipartisan vote to release just about everything the Justice Department has on Epstein.
It's really a Democrat problem. The Democrats were Epstein's friends, all of them.
And yesterday, former Clinton Treasury Secretary Larry Summers, who also served in the Obama administration and as president of Harvard, issued a statement after it became clear he continued to communicate with Epstein. "I am deeply ashamed of my actions and recognize the pain they have caused," he wrote. And the Washington Post reports that House Democratic delegate Stacey Plaskett from the Virgin Islands was texting back and forth with Epstein during a congressional hearing back in 2019. Democrats, meantime, point to an Epstein email saying Trump, quote, knew about the girls, although the context isn't clear and the president has denied any wrongdoing.
Donald Trump appears to have chickened out on the Epstein scandal. He's caved. It's a complete and total surrender.
Democrats say Trump only supports transparency now because his party was ready to revolt on Epstein. And the president says he would sign the measure into law.
Sure, I would. Let the Senate look at it. Let anybody look at it.
Now, at this point, it's unclear whether the Senate will take this up, although Senate leaders do appear to have a green light now from the president. In Washington, Doug Luzader, Fox News.
The Department of Agriculture says SNAP recipients will have to reapply soon.
Ag Secretary Brooke Rollins says the move is part of a push to cut down on SNAP fraud. The USDA gave some examples, like applicants misrepresenting their income, stores swapping benefits for cash, and people stealing EBT cards. People can reapply online. Different documents will be required depending on the state. USDA officials have not said when this will happen. Kentuckians saw their SNAP benefits restored over the weekend after the government shutdown.
Firefighters in Orange County, California pulled off a dramatic weekend rescue.
The fire department says a man was swept more than a mile downstream by fast-moving water from a storm. The man managed to climb out from the channel onto a narrow ledge, but was trapped there. A Good Samaritan heard his cries for help and called for emergency crews. That person also gave the man a rope to keep him secure until emergency crews got there. Firefighters were able to reach the man and bring him to safety.
WDRB weather, sponsored by Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers.
Looking out west, rain, thunderstorms, we still have that wall of lightning. An hour ago, 1,200 lightning strikes. That's basically been cut in half. As it's running into the cooler air, we're losing some of it, but there's enough in the tank here that we're going to pick up some heavy rain, another round of heavy rain, and this will come in probably with the best chance for some lightning midday, early afternoon. There will be another line developing with the actual cold front headed in this evening. So enjoy a couple hours off of what we saw early this morning. It was happening. Everyone picked up at least some rain. The place that has not been able to avoid it, training. Lawrence Jackson Jennings, Lawrence Jackson, right here up along Highway 50. It just keeps going and going and going and not letting up. There's going to be some of us after today that could exceed 2 inches of rain because thunderstorms are involved, and we know there's more rain and thunderstorms around the corner. I want to time out some of this heaviest rain moving right back into Lawrence County. This here along Interstate 69, these are gully washers, and this is moving to the east. There's a slight motion to the northeast at around 50 miles per hour. So Bald Knobs, Jonesville, and Brownstown is going to get it all the way over towards Gnawbone, Indiana. Yep, it's going to be happening. This rain is pouring. And then in Louisville, let's see, it's 9:17 right now. I would think by 11:30 noon, this batch is moving along I-64 and going to get us. The warm front never crosses all of Kentuckiana today. In fact, we'll probably get about half of us to see the warm front, and that half would be along and south of I-64. The farther north you go through southern Indiana, you can pretty much take it to the bank. It is going to be chilly. We should have some 60s and some spring air down south. So at 9 o'clock this morning, our lightning tracker showing you where most of it's found. Southern Illinois, Western Kentucky. So it's come into play. It's pretty much spot on with how it's happening. It moves to the east, so you have to look at this and think, well, there's a good chance for scattered storms because it is spot on the way it's developed. Now tonight, once we get after midnight, the thunderstorms are down in the Tennessee Valley and weakening as the atmosphere is cooling off. This is noontime. There's your 40s. Even Louisville still only in the mid to upper 40s, close to 50, but holy moly, Bowling Green's around 70. Those 60s and low 70s surging up towards the parkways. That's that one spot where there could be enough instability to produce an isolated strong, maybe a severe storm, but nonetheless some lightning and locally heavy rain, severe or no severe. Tomorrow's cloudy and cool. That's your Wednesday forecast as we look at the gray winning. 100% chance for some cloud cover that's dense and maybe even some fog. 20% chance for some drizzle tomorrow, guys.
Thank you, Jude. Things got a little dramatic during last night's Monday Night Football matchup.
Second quarter, Dak Prescott sailing a pass over his receiver, and a flag is thrown, but it's not for pass interference. Replay caught Dallas tackle Tyler Guyton and Las Vegas defensive end Malcolm Kuntz getting all tangled up. And Kuntz threw a punch, and Guyton absolutely sold it.
I'm going to sign him up for the WWE.
Right. He gets an Oscar for that one. His teammates loved it. They were on the sideline just laughing.
It reminds me a lot of something I would see during one of my kids' basketball games, too. There's a lot of that happening.
A lot of flopping.
Very dramatic.
Kentucky men's basketball has a top 20 test tonight.
That's right. The 12th ranked Cats face 17th ranked Michigan State in the Champions Classic. Kentucky is still looking for its first marquee win of the season. The Cats handled Eastern Illinois Friday after the loss to Louisville a week ago. Point guard Jalen Lowe is expected to miss this game with a shoulder injury. The Cats have been working on their transition defense. Tip-off from Madison Square Garden is set for 7 o'clock tonight. The Louisville men have cracked the AP top 10 for the first time in nearly 6 years.
Cards are now ranked number 6. You can credit the win over Kentucky, followed by a dominant performance against Ohio on Saturday. The Cards are averaging 103 points per game. That's the team's highest scoring 4-game span since December of 1971. The Cards are back in action Friday for the team's first road game of the year against Cincinnati. Coffee lovers have a new adventurous spot to try.
Keith Kaiser is taking us on a whole journey of flavor at the Adventurer's Grind.
I've never made espresso before. This is kind of heavy. The gadgets and gizmos that you make good coffee. The Adventurer's Grind Coffee Company. That's where we are this morning. There's Kyle right there. When we come back, how you make espresso. Coming up on WDRB Mornings.
For 20 years, Louisville Metro Police Foundation has been supporting Louisville's officers and their families when they need it the most. Join WDRB in supporting those who protect and serve by joining the Officer in Distress Fund, providing officers like Nick Wilt with the needed funds and support throughout the recovery journey.
A $100 ticket enters you to win a 2025 Lincoln Nautilus or $40,000 cash. Visit lmpf.org to get your ticket.
Staying on top of the big stories is a really important part of my job, and the WDRB News app makes that really easy to do no matter where I am. I can be at the grocery store, the doctor's office, or anywhere out and about. I can watch live and stay on top of the day's news. It's like taking WDRB with me everywhere I go.
Chris Suter on WDRB Mornings. Local news, weather, and traffic each weekday morning, bright and early from 5 till 10.
You never think about your home electric until you have to. For expert electrical repair you can count on, call Bryant. Our certified electricians provide service for all your residential needs. For electrical expertise, upfront pricing, and peace of mind, call Bryant. Electric, heating, cooling, and plumbing.
When your family's at risk, where do you want to go to get that information?
I was actually watching DRB when everything came through.
For us, it's about giving you as much time as possible.
As weather evolves, so does WDRB's ability to stay ahead of it.
We spend an extreme amount of time on these forecasts, so you have information you can trust and you can plan around.
WDRB Weather, working with you, for you.
It's SUV season at Oxmoor Ford, where you will always save more.
Buy a new 2025 Explorer for just $44,700.
Start your new season in a new SUV from Oxmoor Ford and oxmoorflm.com.
On the next episode of Crossroads, I'm taking you on an important journey, one with stops at memorials, where service is honored.
Let me put each of those names in perspective.
In a kitchen where one vet still serves, and a workshop where life after serving goes on.
Having a sense of purpose, in other words, being able to help, being able to give back.
Watch this episode of Crossroads on WDRB Plus.
Let your love shine bright at Royal Jewelers. Celebrate November with 25% off citrine jewelry. From custom designs to expert appraisals and professional repairs, we're here for all of your jewelry needs at Royal Jewelers in St. Matthews.
Mark your calendar. Advance Auto Days returns November 24th through 26th. For 3 days only, lock in a special auto loan rate. Learn more at advancecu.org.
Your home plumbing is one of the most essential systems in your home. You don't notice when it's working, but when it's not, call Bryant. Our licensed plumbers can take care of all your home plumbing needs. Why would you trust your family's health to anyone else? Call Bryant Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric.
When you're planning the building of your dreams, cutting corners can cause problems over time. Enjoy the peace of mind and pride that comes from the smart investment of an attractive building that lasts generations. Morton buildings are built stronger, last longer, and look better. We use structurally engineered designs and high-quality materials to ensure your structure stands the test of time. We also offer an industry-leading warranty for peace of mind in the years to come. Morton Buildings, built to last in your area.
I didn't break it. No, it. Oh, that's how it's supposed to do it. The Adventurers Grind Coffee Company, that's where we are this morning. Charlestown, Highway 62, been open about 2 months now. A lot of folks coming in, smiling faces. I think that's what you enjoy too.
Absolutely.
There's Kyle right there, Kyle Calloway. Maggie, say hey right over there. Sandy, say hey right there. And they're ready to go. Now, we're making espresso. I always thought espresso was a particular bean, but no, it's a process.
It's actually, it's the way the coffee's made, not the bean itself.
Got it. All right, let's start the process. What do you do here? What does this gadget do?
All right, this is the espresso grinder. It's going to grind the coffee really fine, and this machine's a pretty expensive machine. It's going to grind it exactly the same fineness for the pre-measured dose every time.
Every time. All right, push the go button there. What kind of beans you have in there?
So this is my Deep Caverns roast.
And it's Java Roma out of Mitchell, Indiana. She roasts the beans here for the Adventurers Grind. And that's perfect. So you take this off, you go like this.
This way.
There you go. Oh, gosh. And then you put it in there.
And then, we'll put
you got to do it upside down, like that.
We use the dosing cup because it's a little less messy.
Yeah. All right, so I got the gadget right
Careful,
here.
This is
that's so hot. That's hot, Kyle.
Sorry, Keith. We'll make a barista out of you yet, though.
You got to learn that way. That thing is hot right there. Okay,
right.
Hold the white. All right, then this thing?
This is our distributor. It's going to spread the grounds out so they're nice and even in the basket.
Just turn it?
Just turn it.
Am I done?
That's it.
That's done right there. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, it's distributed evenly.
Nice and clean.
And now this thing.
Yep. So we want to sit this on the rubber mat, and this is our weighted tamp. So it's going to give 30 pounds of pressure when we hear the click.
There it is.
Yep.
She's perfect, just like that.
Just like
that. Am
I
ready to go now?
Yep, you're ready to go.
Put it back in here like this, the way I found it. Is it in?
Yep, and then turn it until it's nice and snug.
I think it's snug. Oh,
all right.
So this makes a double.
This is a double.
Right like that. All right. Push the go button there. And so this is just hot water being expressed through the gadget.
Yep, using pressure.
Creating those two right there. Yep. We've learned so much this morning. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thanks
for educating us. And you got so many different things on the menu. Come by the Adventurers Grind Coffee Company here in Charlestown, Highway 62. Come and experience it. May I?
Absolutely.
This is a fresh espresso. Is it hot?
Oh, it's not boiling, but it's going to be pretty warm.
He's going to burn his tongue.
I know.
That's intense.
It is. It's got a very bold flavor.
That's intense right there. This is very intense because I've had a little bit of coffee this morning. I had like 4 or 5 different cups, and then it sometimes gets in your brain and your body. You warms you up a little bit, and you just feel woo!
It's going to feel a little bit like that. Be a while before you get a nap in it.
That guy's like trying to back away from him.
Stop. This is like when Kramer got the lifetime supply of latte.
Right.
He's going to gyrate back to the station now.
A new report suggests Louisville's downtown jail no longer meets the city's needs.
How much it would cost taxpayers to build a new one.
Plus the word of the year, according to the Cambridge Dictionary.
Bonnie Castle Appliance and TV has been serving our community for over 100 years.
And we continue to expand to provide appliances that fit your lifestyle and budget.
When you're looking for affordable appliances or a full high-end kitchen, Bonnie Castle has what you need. Our certified team will guide you through the most advanced modern appliances. And as always, we will never pressure you to buy.
For generations,
There's no hassle at Bonnie Castle.
Hey Gus, how's the kitchen remodel going? Cheryl, new necklace? Looks fancy. Hey Taylor, Tim, how are the kids? Did Scott ace that math test? Hey Shannon, good to see you. Hey Brittany, take a treat for that puppy. Taylor, you passed your driver's test. Congrats. Mary, it's been a while. How are the grandkids? Hey Mark, come on in.
My everyone knows my name kind of bank. Open a maximum checking account at River City Bank and earn up to 3.56% APY.
Tired of sinus pressure and ear popping ruining conversations with loved ones? Are blocked airways preventing you from enjoying the outdoors? Relief is closer than you think. Advanced ENT and Allergy makes it simple, with minimally invasive in-office procedures, like balloon sinuplasty to open blocked sinuses, Rynair and Vivair to alleviate nasal symptoms, and Eustachian tube dilation to balance ear pressure. Get back to living without the constant discomfort. Recover with Advanced ENT and Allergy.
When your tree lost its twinkle, what are the odds that it would be the first bulb you checked? The holidays are literally back on. Now imagine playing that luck forward with gifts they'll love, like Kentucky Lottery scratch-off games.
I want the title.
She's Kentuckiana's undisputed champion of the law.
There's only one star here, that's me. I have the job.
Giving out free legal advice every weekday.
It's getting bad for you.
Judge Judy, back-to-back at 3 p.m. on WDRB.
Season 3 of Crossroads is just around the corner. The journey is packed with good places, good people, and good food. So buckle up and come along for the ride.
Watch Crossroads on WDRB+.
Welcome back to WDRB Mornings. There's a live look at Seymour where the rain is coming down. Jude's Jingle Tree season starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's the day. We're going to line up the weather garden and start hanging ornaments on the tree. This holiday tradition supports the Home of the Innocents, and we are already accepting donations. You can scan that QR code right there on your screen. People who donate online will get $15 off the Louisville Mega Caverns Glowing Zipline experience. And we have a deadline for people who plan to mail in a donation and an ornament. Those must be sent by December 12th. Write it down, December 12th. All ornaments and donations go to the Home of the Innocents. And last year, Jude raised more than $250,000.
I love how this has become a tradition for a lot of families. They go out and they do their shopping, and they also remember the Jingle Tree and send something in.
I recognize a lot of the names over the course of 5, 6, now 7 years. Where, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, this family did it again. I got an email from someone in Bluffton, South Carolina. They have been sending in ornaments and donations the last few years, and they plan to do it again. They watch from time to time in Bluffton online.
Wow.
They used to live here or something?
Take it.
No, I don't. They never told me that they have.
Maybe they ran into you down there. You vacation.
I do like it down there in South Carolina.
Keep watching South Carolina.
So that's pretty cool. Did one of you guys bring up cutting down a Christmas tree the other day, family, that said...
We asked if you did.
We haven't in the last couple of years. Now, do you guys ever go cut down a Christmas tree?
I've only been once to do
One
that,
time?
but we just usually go to the the lot down the street and pick one out. We do a real tree at our house.
Yeah, see, we used to cut down a real tree when I was a kid. We just go to my grandmother's farm and find a tree out in the middle of nowhere and cut it down. But no, we're fake tree people at my house.
It's easy. I mean, fake trees are easy.
Well, my dogs would drink all the water out of the bottom, and then the tree would die, and then I'd be angry.
I mean, you've seen Christmas Vacation. You know what happens when he's drinking the water.
I would have to listen to that constantly.
My mom and dad have been cutting down a tree for years and years, so I always went with them. But then when I became an adult and got my own house, I thought, I don't think so.
No needles fall off those fake ones.
You don't step on the needles. You don't have to clean them up.
Smell though. Of
I
the
do
real
too.
Nice. It's fun with the kids if you take them out and do it. Robert's Family Farm in Meade County is where we went. A little more than a week ago to get one of the jingle trees, and This is their, third, fourth year now helping out, donating trees. It's pretty cool. Today, in the pouring down rain, in the thunderstorms, I'm heading over to Jeffersonville, Indiana. The Meyer parking lot there is where the Martin family has been selling Christmas trees for more than 50 years now, and they're getting their shipment and going to get 2 more trees to put the ornaments on. I'm hoping, what is it, 9:33? As soon as we hit 10 o'clock, I'm changing and we're getting out the door, and we are going to do our best to beat the heavy rain. There's lightning coming in fast. Right now in Tell City, Leavenworth, right on the Ohio River, in Perry County, Santa Claus, Indiana, about to get drenched for the next 2 hours. We've lost some of the lightning. And when I say that, there's still hundreds of lightning strikes, but we were up around 1,300 in 30-minute intervals. So at least that is a trend that I'll take. 107 in this view from Bedford to Brownstown, along and north of Highway 50. It's coming down so heavy you can't even see out your windshield. In Seymour, that's exactly what's happening right now. That's how hard the rain is coming down. But it looks like if we give you an estimated time from 10 to 1, the next 3 hours essentially, we're going to see the front side of this warm front push the heavy rain and some gusty storms, 30-mile-per-hour winds, and maybe some small hail in. 60 now in Nashville. Southern Kentucky will make a run at 70, but Louisville's right in that buffer zone when it comes to how warm it's going to get, which makes a difference with severe weather chances. That's coming up next.
All right, thank you, Jude. Louisville police charged a man for a 2018 murder.
38-year-old Stephen Shane Williams is charged with complicity to murder, complicity to robbery, and being a persistent felony offender. A man in his 20s was shot and killed in December 2018 near the intersection of South 27th and West Kentucky Streets. It's in the Parkland neighborhood. Williams was already in jail on unrelated charges when these new ones were filed. A new report argues that Louisville needs to spend hundreds of millions of dollars to build a new jail. Metro Council requested a report on this in 2023 after a string of inmate deaths inside Metro Corrections. Consulting firm CGL finished the report this month that found that Louisville's downtown jail no longer meets the city's needs. The report highlighted structural issues, space limitations, and a growing inmate population. The firm says no amount of creativity could help, and it recommends the city build a new jail. It would cost up to $530 million depending on its size and programs.
Just in this morning, several big-name technology services are down right now because of an outage. This includes ChatGPT and X. Show you here a look at the outages on Down Detector. Cloudflare is currently suffering from a major outage. That includes other sites and apps like Shopify, Dropbox, Canva, and Spotify. Cloudflare is working to resolve the issues. Some sites are starting to come back, but others are still experiencing problems. Looks like X is back.
X is back. I had no X earlier today,
but
it's back on my computer.
Jefferson County Sheriff's Department vehicles will soon have radar equipment to help catch drivers who break the law. The department did a 3-day equipment test this month. Deputies pulled over 99 cars, arrested 19 people, and issued 28 citations. The department is installing radar in 6 cars and adding another traffic enforcement tools.
We want them to be fully prepared from day one in where we're going, and not just stopping everything that moves. We are going to be using intelligence-based policing and complaint-based policing based off the individuals that live in these neighborhoods and how they report it in.
You can report problems with speeders to the sheriff's office or your Metro Council member.
Some city leaders want to crack down on ATV and dirt bike riders who break the law. Councilman Jonathan Joseph says riders are tearing down main roads, weaving through traffic, and taunting officers. He also says that ATVs are ripping up hiking trails, fields, and golf courses, causing thousands of dollars in damage. Council members are looking at tougher penalties, higher fines, and even the possibility of impounding these vehicles.
You're on these ATVs on these public roads that are, for example, like Dixie Highway, going 45, 50 miles an hour. It's extremely dangerous. So for them, it's dangerous. For the individual that's in the cars, it's dangerous.
People are pushing back, though, saying that the city should provide a venue for ATV and dirt bike riders.
The Elizabethtown Police Department is warning about an officer impersonation scam. Somebody claiming to be with the town police is calling people and claiming that they owe a fine for missing jury duty. The calls are not legitimate. You should hang up immediately. The department also recommends you don't answer calls at all from phone numbers you don't recognize. Contact the police department directly if you need to verify the authenticity of any call you get from somebody who claims to be an officer. A popular swimming spot in Oldham County is under new ownership.
The Durant family bought the 30-acre Falling Rock Quarry in late September and is looking to make the spot cleaner and more laid back. They're planning major upgrades, including new furniture, repainted buildings, and a more natural look across the park. The new owners are also hoping to give visitors more to do throughout the year, like hosting special holiday events and festivals.
Hoping that there'd also be more to do here, so more volleyball courts, better diving platform, food trucks, more rental equipment, that sort of thing.
The space will still only be open to guests over 18, and visitors still cannot bring alcohol. The Durant family is hoping to open on Memorial Day.
Cambridge Dictionary has announced the 2025 word of the year, and it's parasocial. That describes a deep bond people feel with someone they don't actually know. Some examples would be a connection you might feel with a certain celebrity or influencer, an athlete, artificial intelligence even. Other words that were in the running for word of the year were slop, which is low quality content on the internet, or memeify, which means turning an event, an image, or a person into a meme.
Chris summed it up. I mean, Mike Marshall yearning for Sydney Sweeney is parasocial.
Parasocial relationship.
That is.
The word yearning really bothers me.
It is. I mean, he does yearn for Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
So he has a parasocial relationship in his mind.
Right. With her.
God love him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I love that he's not here to defend himself.
I'm not sure he would anyway.
Yeah,
well, good point.
He just says the same thing. He's like, I didn't even know who she was.
So she hosted Saturday Night Live. And then I'm like, who is this?
We've heard the story, Mike.
Did you know butter is different on the East and West Coast? A company called Butter Hub claims to sell a butter dish that will hold East Coast or West Coast butter. This made people say, wait, there's a difference? HuffPost staffers in New York and LA started researching this and found East Coast butter tends to be sold in long and narrow sticks, while on the West Coast, the sticks are shorter and wider blocks and sometimes are called stubbies.
Big difference.
Yeah.
But how does it taste? I don't care if it's
Like
stubby
butter?
or long. Like, how does it taste?
It's the same, it's just how it's packaged.
I love butter.
I do
Salted
too.
butter all day. Oh.
Do you like I can't believe it's not butter?
It's all right. It's easy to spread. I get that. But when it comes to like good butter.
You like the real stuff.
Yeah, sticks. It's got to be like a
Kerrygold.
stubby or Kerrygold. Yes, the
I like
Irish.
that.
They
Yes.
have it at Costco. I am a big Kerrygold.
And the sticks are shorter. I did when the Kerrygold packaging.
Maybe not.
I did
Maybe
notice.
not a stubby, but they are smaller.
So
They're
you
not
like
8 tablespoons,
Yeah,
or they're fatter.
they're fatter, right? Yeah,
Stubbies.
it's just how it's packaged.
So you like the stubby better than the other version, the long and the narrow, from the East Coast. Is what you're saying?
He doesn't
He
care. He
doesn't
just wants to eat
care.
butter.
I don't care the
No.
shape.
I didn't
He
know
just
the
wants it to be
size.
salted.
If it's a ball, a chunk, just give me salted good butter.
I hear you.
Solid discussion.
This is more our language because we have talked extensively about our obsession of cheese on
Oh,
the
absolutely.
show. Coming up, Kroger is showing us how to elevate our cheese appetizers during the holidays.
They're also going to give us a scoop on which wines to serve with a charcuterie board.
No matter what's on your plate or on your mind, the UPS Store wants to guarantee this holiday season has more.
Let's go!
More.
No way.
And more.
Wow!
Plus, with our pack and ship guarantee, your items arrive safe or your money back, which is sure to guarantee more.
Yeah!
For every way we holiday, the UPS Store has your back. Visit the upsstore.com/packing to get a 20% off packing coupon today.
Are you ready for a new roof or have storm damage but not sure if insurance will pay? JP1 has a 100% success rate getting valid claims approved. JP1, 100% the one to call.
Top 4 answers on the board. What do most people watch while making dinner? Number 4, pot of water. Number 3, the kitchen timer. Number 2, their phones. And the number 1 answer is 7 o'clock Family Feud. It's dinner time with Family Feud. Now on WDRB at 7 p.m.
Prepare for your commute to work with Mike Marshall on WDRB Mornings. Every weekday morning from 5 a.m. till 10.
Having worked in the retirement planning field for 40 years, I know it's not just about how much money you've saved for retirement, but making sure you one day don't run out of money. That's where Mailbox Money comes in.
Mailbox Money!
A reliable, lifelong income, much like the pension plans from the past. If you're interested in turning your 401k into Mailbox Money, let's talk. Just set up your free 10-minute phone call with myself at TonyWalkerFinancial.com. That's TonyWalkerFinancial.com.
Kentucky fans, it's time to roll up your sleeves and donate blood for the annual Big Blue Crush. Kentucky Blood Center's annual competition versus Tennessee is November 17th through the 21st at all KBC locations. Bleed blue, crush the balls, and save local lives.
I was just a small crack in your wall, but now your foundation is really settling in. Uneven floors, cracks in brick, and sticking doors and windows are just some of the signs I've made myself at home.
Frustrated by your foundation? Contact United Dynamics for a free estimate.
Join the Building Industry Association of Greater Louisville. We're a community of builders, developers, remodelers, and other allied industry professionals. The BIA provides resources, supports, and advocates for our members. Join BIA, get the perks: insurance, advocacy, a voice with local government, networking events, member directory, educational opportunities, discounts, and industry savings. Become a trusted member. Join today at BIALouisville.com.
Mark your calendar. Advance Auto Days returns November 24th through 26th. For 3 days only, lock in a special auto loan rate. Learn more at advancecu.org.
Got you covered A to Z.
Kroger's back with us, giving us some Thanksgiving entertaining ideas. We've got Chris Blanford and Dewana Walker to walk us through charcuterie boards.
Yes.
You had me at cheese, but really, Dewana, there is a strategy in setting up a charcuterie board without it making look like a mess. So what do you include and how do you place things so they look nice and presentable?
I try to start with a center focus. And so today we have the Tete Des Moines rosettes. It comes just like this in a package. You just open it up and I put it in the center because that's our centerpiece.
And so that's a Swiss cheese.
It is a Swiss cheese.
I didn't know what that
yes.
was. It's a Swiss cheese.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I figure out what do I want to eat that day. And so I brought some already pre-cubed because entertaining does not have to be hard. So it can just be quick and easy.
Take some help from the store when you can get
That's
it.
right. That's right. We
Yes.
have excellent cheese masters and mongers, and they do all the work for us.
Yes.
So what I did is I started out with the rosettes, put it in the middle, and then added some pickles and some everything flavored nuts.
So good textures, kind of
Yes.
different options there.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have a smoked Gouda, and I'm just going to plop those right here.
Well, we love a smoked Gouda.
Everything already cut up. So when you're entertaining, after work or something, you just plop it in there. Oh, and then we have our truffle salami.
Okay, and you've made it look beautiful.
Right. So I made a couple rosettes, and those are really easy to make. You just shingle your pieces, and then you fold it up just a little bit, and you just roll them. Just
You make
like
this very easy.
just like that.
So pretty.
And you can open them up a little bit. If you want, you can put a toothpick. I just kind of like to place them together just to make a little setting. You can do as many as you would like. Super easy, again, very quick.
Very nice. And by the way, you don't have to assemble one yourself if you don't want to. You've got a lot of pre-assembled things that you just literally unwrap and serve. Chris, walk us through how we know what kind of wine to
Yes.
pair with our charcuterie or
That's
our
right.
cheese plate at our holiday party.
So, I always come here and I'm usually doing a cocktail like some with my hands. I'm
Yes.
like, gosh, now I'm going to do just wine, but this isn't just wine. It's just Chateau Ste. Michelle. Are you a wine person, Lindsay?
I do like wine.
Great. So this is great, like crisp, dry wines. They have a little bit of everything, but what they're known for is their Riesling. So Chateau Ste. Michelle is a Washington state wine, and they really are what put Riesling on the map and Washington on the map. So there's only a couple things that are good from Washington, right? So it's Chateau Ste. Michelle, Nirvana, and Starbucks. Right?
I'm with you there. So what kind of cheese do you pair with this kind of a
Yeah,
Riesling?
so what we have worked so well, so this goes well with almost anything on this,
Mhm.
but Gouda goes perfectly
Gouda.
with like a white sweet wine also.
Yes.
Works really, really well. But what we have also done, Dewana and I have kind of put together a little cheese board that you can go into a couple of our Murray's Cheese stores and wine
Wonderful.
shops, that you can pick up any of these bottles that you see here. All of these bottles here, $9.99 at Kroger, and you can walk in and grab a cheese board altogether, $29 for your next party, or it's a small board too, so you can actually just, have your
Here's
own party
what
at
I
home.
hear too. You've done the work for me, so I
Yes.
don't have to think about
Absolutely.
it.
Yes. Yeah.
And you can always go up to Murray's Cheese Shop in the store, and they'll help you out and
Yes,
with what you
can-
want to serve. And
Yep, they and we have these wonderful cards on our cheese. We call them romance cards.
Okay.
So they talk about the cheese itself and also what wine and beer that they pair well with.
They
So
do.
we take all the guesswork out for you.
we love that. All right.
And we also have these beautiful glasses. Look at this.
Those are pretty, and those are sold in the store as
yeah,
well.
right at Kroger also.
Check out
Can't
the
beat
QR
that.
code on your screen if you want the recipes. Thank you guys, Chris and
Thank you for
Dewana,
having us.
sharing this
Not
with
a
us.
problem.
Jude?
That's salami and gherkin combo, tough to beat. The nuts look great. The pile of nuts, oh my gosh. We have lightning and heavy rain coming in. This is going to basically bulldoze all of us. A couple hours worth of rain burst, temps in the 40s. And I know it's chilly out there, but that doesn't mean we can't get storms. What it does is limit severe weather potential, so that's good news, but there's going to be lightning. It's already happening out there from Orange County, Lawrence County, Jackson, Jennings County. This just keeps going and going, running over the same areas. By the time we're into the weekend with more rain in our future, this spot here where the rain's been the heaviest so far, we could very well exceed 2-3 inches of rain. It's not going to happen everywhere, but it is a drenching, soaking kind of rain. Thankfully, we had a few hours off of it after that morning ambush of rain. Now we're looking at lightning, and as we've been counting the lightning strikes, at one point we were around 1,500 when it peaked coming out of Illinois towards western Indiana. Now we're losing a little bit as it outruns the actual warm front. So it runs away from the energy source. It's hitting the cooler air, so we might stunt the growth somewhat. It's going to get windy, not hurricane force. Doubtful that we have to worry about severe winds. We're talking about some gusts 15 to 25 miles per hour and a stronger storm, maybe 35 miles per hour. This is great news. Not necessarily for western Tennessee and Arkansas, where there's a little more instability, and far western Kentucky, that's where there's a better chance to see an isolated severe storm. It's great news for us because we barely even get on the scale that low-end threat of thunderstorm energy. That's why we're just not expecting much. It's not zero. It's worthy of watching things, and that's what Bryce and Rick and Mark will be doing throughout the afternoon and evening. We'll monitor some of these storms that will develop along that cold front, but south is where we have those 60s. So that creates some of that thunderstorm energy as it's a cloudy Wednesday, 20% chance for some mist or a raindrop. It's just really cloudy tomorrow and might be tough to really get your attitude up and want to get out there and take on the day. Thursday afternoon and Thursday night, 50 to 60% chance. We're going to take it to 80% on Friday with a few thunderstorms, 63 Friday, and a 40% chance for some leftover light rain Saturday.
Breaking news, a chemical spill in Jeffersonville has prompted a shelter-in-place order. A leaking semi was reported on Loop Road near Port Road. Jeffersonville Police Department has advised anybody within a half-mile radius to shelter in place. Drivers need to avoid the area. People need to close their air conditioner, fresh air intake, close doors and windows, and fireplace dampers. Clark County Emergency Management is on the scene. It says that the spill itself is contained. Another pro athlete has become the victim of a home break-in.
ESPN reporting that Cleveland Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders had his home broken into during Sunday's game. No suspects have been identified yet. Sanders made his NFL debut in the second half on Sunday when starter Dylan Gabriel was taken out for concussion protocol. In the last year, thieves have targeted the homes of high-profile athletes during games, including Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes. A man caught rushing toward Ariana Grande at a red carpet event is now spending time in jail.
A judge in Singapore sentenced Australian Johnson Wen to 9 days in jail. He rushed Grande during a premiere for the second Wicked movie. Wen pleaded guilty and apologized, but the judge said Wen really showed no remorse for his actions. He is known for rushing other celebrities at public events and documenting his actions on social media.
Cynthia Erivo got in there and said, get away from her.
She was protected.
That's not going to end well for him at some point.
No, why does he keep doing it? For the attention, I suppose, right?
It's been 40 years since Queen, the band, headlined the Live Aid concert.
The way England will honor Freddie Mercury and his historic performance at the concert.
On the next episode of Crossroads, a weekend trip to Lake Cumberland. I'm on the water, reeling in some good times with some good people. It's good home cooking. And some good food. I'll show you Russell County, a place where they hatch the state's trout population, a classic car museum, and all the other stuff that makes this place more than just a lake town. Watch this episode of Crossroads on WDRB+.
At Coyle Chevrolet GMC, you can save thousands. Look, you don't need a cheesy sales pitch. What you need to know is this. Coyle has a huge inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, prices that are fair, and a certified service center to back it all up. So whether you're looking for your next vehicle or keeping the one you love running like new, Coyle's got you covered. Visit CoyleCBG.com for all your automotive needs. Coyle, where the flag is flying and Kentuckiana is buying.
Having worked in the retirement planning field for 40 years, I know it's not just about how much money you've saved for retirement, but making sure you one day don't run out of money. That's where Mailbox Money comes in.
Mailbox Money!
A reliable, lifelong income, much like the pension plans from the past. If you're interested in turning your 401k into Mailbox Money, let's talk. Just set up your free 10-minute phone call with myself at TonyWalkerFinancial.com. That's TonyWalkerFinancial.com.
Power's out. What do? Absolutely nothing. If you have a generator. With a whole home generator, your life goes on uninterrupted, so you'll never have to worry about power failures again.
Call Brian.com.
On Christmas Eve, Santa flies to Cleveland, delivering toys for all to see. Prepare the Grinch with his evil grin, laughing wickedly as he speeds Ryan. If a Grinch in a delivery truck, that's your holiday plans. Call the Hammer, just ask Santa, he's the man. WeWin.com, but no, WeWin.com. Merry Christmas to all.
I have always been a big news junkie, always looking for news instead of finding it on social media. That is why I use the WDRB News app. It's all the information right from your backyard. It's Louisville, it's Southern Indiana. It's also a lot of national news. So no more sifting, no more searching. It's all right here on the app.
Start your day with Candace Clift on WDRB Mornings. Local news, weather, and traffic each weekday morning starting bright and early from 5 a.m. until 10.
Get a gherkin. Look what we have.
The Kroger folks shared their charcuterie board with us.
Nothing else exists when a charcuterie board does.
I'm just fascinated by this Swiss cheese that kind of looks like cauliflower.
It's just like that. You can just open up the package and put it down.
Yum.
We got to save time for Britain's Royal Mint. This is a big story. It's releasing a new coin honoring Queen legend Freddie Mercury. The coin marks 40 years since the band's iconic 1985 performance at Live Aid. A musical staff Runs around coin's edges, symbolizing his 4-octave vocal range.
Ooh.
How about that? Mercury died in 1991 at the age of 45 following a battle with HIV. The coin is available for sale today for $24 on the Royal Mint website.
Would somebody pass the gherkins over here?
Don't take them all.
I need some gherkin.